Hey, Demonosophy and Beyond fam. This is Zeriko Akathos coming to you, talking to you about angel magic. An encounter that I had that I spoke briefly about, and there were parts about it that I did not reveal because I did not understand them at the time. They pertain to both the darker and the higher self, which I believe are one and the same. They just express, their aspects, and they express themselves differently. So this pertains to when I was dealing with the angel Agiel, which dealt with the easing of childbirth within human females as well as animal females. When I got to the point that feelings of sexuality were evoked within me, when I was around this angel, there was also a beastly part of me that was activated, a vampiric part, which went after her. Now, the thing is that this angel was not a victim. She chose to do what she did in order to bring out this part of me that vampirized her, because it was not my choice, not consciously anyway. I had just come to get information and to learn and to become a better person. And this was why I felt regretful over what was being done. But when it was done, she died and she lost her light, but she was resurrected using darkness. Now, a lot of you may think, well, that's terrible. That's bad. That's evil. That's unnatural. But one, she said she made her choice, when she came back to life, and I was like, I'm sorry about that. Two, it was kind of strange because talking to other angels about it, especially Azazel, who's like one of the most balanced between darkness and light, they didn't really seem to have a problem with it. And Azazel told me not to feel regret over what my dark self does, or what I consider my higher self as well. And so this was just on my mind about the whole thing. Then it came to me that the whole thing was symbolic with Agiel, where turning her dark was really a representation of taking something that represents masculine energy, let's say the light, right? That doesn't necessarily belong to masculine. She's an angel of childbirth. And giving that to the feminine divine, because it belongs to the feminine divine. That's what turning her dark represented. It's about letting what is naturally feminine be what it's supposed to. Because when I resurrected her, she said that she would continue to do her job. She wouldn't skip a beat just because she was dark. And so, in my mind, she's probably doing it better because she's more in touch with the feminine energy now that she's dark. But people would not think of it that way. They would just be like, oh, you did something crazy that nobody's ever done or like spoken of or anything like that, and yada 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 yada. But the thing that I've noticed is that the nature of angels cannot be neatly compartmentalized and labeled. The distinction between dark and light cannot be neatly split up. These so-called beings of light can teach you about darkness. They can teach you about light. They can teach you about nature. They can teach you about like so much stuff. But if you come at them with a certain mindset, you actually hinder yourself and hinder what they can teach you. If you are regretful over the things you do pertaining to this magic and stuff, you actually like you hinder yourself. And I feel like that's why the angels are just like, no, don't regret what your higher self does. There's a purpose behind it. You may not know it right then and there when it happens, but that's the whole reason for meditation. That's the whole reason for going to these entities, gaining more understanding of these concepts and the symbology behind them, so that when you do communicate with them in a way that isn't just strictly verbal, you're able to pick up what they're putting down, so to speak. That's all I've got on that matter. I'm still working with angels, I still have a lot to do, and still learning a lot about myself. Like, these angels will teach you a lot about yourself. I want to, now that I've read up on the Kabbalistic tree, I want to see about tackling that as a project, the Kabbalistic tree. But before I do that, like, I want to get to know the different angels on a personal level. And getting to know their nature and the way they communicate, and for the most part, because they're all different. They're all very different. I don't know. Like, really, it's very complex. And it's like, you're just not going to get it until you get to the source. Like, that's all you have to, that's what you really have to do. These books, they overcomplicate things. Sometimes they oversimplify things. So the best thing is to just, if you have a question about a demon or an angel or a deity, like, just go to that deity, that angel, that demon. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Anyway, may your magic be good. I hope everybody is doing very well. I hope everybody is learning, coming to an understanding of their place within the universe, within the multiverse. 'Cause that's really what it's all about. I hope everybody is spiritually evolving and not giving in to these forces that are causing you to become unnatural and to stay asleep. So, I'll talk to you guys later. All right, be easy.